We are streaming live, coming to you from all parts of the country. Well, 3 parts of the country.
I just realized I didn't do any of my dice prep.
Uh-oh. Well,
all that
you better
time we were
Shake.
talking.
You know what? I'm
shake
getting
my head.
kicked like every 2 seconds, so I got an
Fatal
excuse
Crimson
to be.
Wings.
Yeah.
Thank you for following.
I think
Yes, we
I'm
are
on
so
the
excited. We
TikTok.
got another follow. Fatal Crimson Wings. Saying hi from TikTok. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom.
That's what
Yeah,
they
let us
said.
know if you're on my TikTok live.
Apparently they are, because they said saying hi from TikTok.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are awesome.
Okay, it has
I'm
been
gonna
a
sit for a
minute since we played. Well, a week, a standard time. We usually only go at once a week. But still, for me, it feels like a minute. For those of you who are returning and watching us again, this is new. I am sporting more facial hair nowadays. Don't worry, I did not get kicked in the face. This is actually one spot on my face where hair grows faster than other spots. So it makes me look like I have a bloody nose all the time, when really it's just a red beard.
Actually, from here, it looks like you have the mole that I got cut off my face.
I know.
legit didn't see it until you said something.
I always look
I
at it. I'm
cannot
like, what
unsee
is
it now.
that? I know. I always
I
look at it
can't
like, what
either.
is that? Oh, it's just red hair.
Oh my goodness.
Freaking
Oh, it's red?
Yeah, it's well, my beard is red.
I forget that you
no,
guys
it's the Wiseman,
have the...
Boys have ginger beards.
yeah.
Ginger
No, well, it's not
beard.
even full ginger, though. Like, it's kind of spotty.
It's like
so
spotty,
they
it's
look like
speckly.
a horse, like Robin, the horse we used to have.
That'll
Yeah.
be something to look forward to.
Okay, well, let's get
jump.
into this episode. Also, everyone watching at home, we are having slight internet connection issues. So let us know if we are not coming through, if something happens. Throw it up in the chat. Some of us are watching, including myself. I may not see it right away because I am very busy DMing. But yeah, let us
I can
know
keep
if
an
something
eye.
happens if we disconnect. But anyway, welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of the Curse of Strahd with your cast here at Lakeside Legendz. First, we have imra'lyr Sardith, the Shadow Elf Ranger, played by Lore. Kinsley, our firbolg cleric, played by Blair. Excuse me. Me, a changeling druid, played by Arthur. And Francisco Guadalupe del Valle, a changeling fighter, played by Trevor. And let's not forget about yours truly, your DM and master storyteller for this saga, DM David.
Yeah, say Francisco's full name 5 times fast.
I know, Francisco Guadalupe del Valle. It's so bad. It's so much.
It's long, man.
It is.
I was thinking about appending more names to it
Oh,
as the
gosh.
series went on, but I kept forgetting.
No, you should hear my paladin's full name. She's got like 11 names,
Oh, you guys
Because
are all
of
going to
her
turn
backstory.
into Daenerys Targaryen.
right?
I
We're all
only
gonna have
have
a super long
3.
title.
Expialidocious.
Anyway, on our last episode, our heroes were able to successfully save their friend Kinsley from the Burgomaster and his quasi-mage son, Victor, an arcane-obsessed young man who had been teaching himself magic in the mansion's attic. From what the party could assess, it appeared that Victor was attempting to make a teleportation circle so he could leave Barovia on his own. However, he needed someone to test his teleportation circle on. You know, to make sure it was safe for him to use. His
I almost
father's
died.
his father's latest victim was an easy target to acquire, so he attempted to use it on Kinsley. After the rescue mission was over, the Misfits left Veleki heading in the direction of the Wizard of Wine's winery. They decided it was a good idea to take Erwin Mardikov up on his offer to waive the group's bill at the inn if they would check on his late shipment of wine. Since they were leaving town in that direction anyways, they agreed to help. Sometime later, as the Misfits were traveling down the Sphalic road toward the winery, Kinsley was granted a vision from her goddess, Saloon. In this vision, Kinsley saw a firbolg male trapped in what appeared to be some kind of prison. She could not make out where he was in Barovia or even who he was, but she knew he needed help. Saloon only affirmed this assumption as she whispered into Kinsley's ear, saying that he could still be saved. That same evening, during Kinsley's watch, a revenant approached the camp. He asked them in his ghastly voice if they were friends or foes. They explained that they were no friend of Strahd's and that and the revenant offered some advice. He told our heroes to head to Argynvost Holt, where the Order of the Silver Dragon once ruled. The revenant told them to look for Vladimir Hornguard, who leads the Order of the Silver Dragon, and request his aid. If the leader were to agree, he could send his revenants to aid our adventurers in their fight against Strahd. The next morning, Kinsley's vision was made known to the group. After hearing her tale and adding it to the pieces of information they gathered during their stay here in Barovia, our heroes decided to change course, choosing to go to where they believed the werewolves of Barovia resided instead. If their assumptions were correct, then this jailed individual could be connected to Kinsley in some way, and his time may be running out. After some more traveling, the misfits finally arrived at Lake Baratok, the area where they were told werewolves have been sighted. Although there were no werewolves present at their arrival, our heroes did happen to see an abandoned Vistani wagon and a large tower. They chose to mainly investigate the mysterious tower and managed to find a way inside. It was here that imra'lyr discovered a small bedroom that must have belonged to a previous tenant at the tower. Rifling around through the room, our ranger discovered something rather curious: a preserved human head that had been stored in a chest. It looked pristine. One could even assume that the head were simply sleeping, despite its lack of body. Wanting to know more, imra'lyr made an attempt to wake it, and that is where we are now.
I totally forgot that that's where we ended.
Yep, that's where we ended. You're looking at a head.
I think I'm holding it. No, I'm looking. I didn't touch it.
You didn't pick it up.
No.
That much I remember.
Too scared to touch the floating head, are you?
Is it floating?
Well,
No,
it's floating in
is
a
it
jar
just
of liquids.
resting in?
No, it's in a chest.
Yeah, it's just straight up
it's
ahead.
just in
It's
a
just-
chest. You smell lavender. You smell
It's been
things
preserved.
that you have determined are like preserving and embalming oils, and it has kind of a waxy complexion, and it's just kind of sitting there.
Oh, I had in my head like a Futurama, like heads in floating jar type of deal.
No,
Real quick, is it? I feel like I actually said hello to this thing.
you
but,
did. You tried to wake it.
Well, I don't know if I tried to wake it. I was just saying hello. Can I?
I'm pretty
do,
sure you said, "Hey, are you awake?"
Okay, you're probably right. Can I do a medicine? That sounds like Imra. Can I do a medicine check or something to see if I
Yeah.
can ascertain anything from this? Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll do mananana. Oh, thanks, mananana. Oh, well, I mean, my medicine's not great, so it's only a 15, but
So, what are you trying to assess? What are you trying to figure out?
if it's like, I don't know, it's still alive.
So,
Somehow.
with a 15, you said?
Let me double check my, yeah, that's only a +1, so 15.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you know that the type of oils and stuff that you smell are made for preservation. So you don't necessarily know if it's alive, but you do know that it has been preserved in this state for some reason. But I mean,
Sorry.
go
Okay.
ahead.
Can I do like an Arcana check, even though I'm not? I mean, I'm kind of familiar because of my buddies back home.
You can do an
see?
Arcana check, but remember, there's something about this tower that is keeping people from casting spells. So
Right.
as far as
So then would have it just like made it null and void if you cast a spell and walked in with it activated? Would it just cancel it as you walked in?
So what's going on here, essentially, there's something going on where spells can't be cast here, but if there was something else that was of an arcanic nature that wasn't necessarily a spell, an everlasting spell being put on it, it would not negate it. So
Okay, so that's what I'm thinking as more of the player.
possibly it could be alive, but there may be something that has to happen for it to do anything.
Okay. So as Imra, can I take the knowledge I've gained from Aphrodel and Fenris, mostly Aphrodel. I guess bards are arcane based. So them two, my two buddies, could I like try to see if I can figure anything out?
I mean, you've pretty much figured out what you can figure out.
Okay. So Spit's with me.
Yeah? What's going on? What do you want?
Well, he's the one who told me to go for it and say hello. So I'm just, hello. Are you awake? Are you alive?
You get no response.
I'm so very suspicious about this.
Poke it! Poke it! Poke it!
I don't want to touch it. You touch it.
No, you touch it!
What? No. Well.
Why does its skin look all waxy? I don't understand.
Can you smell the pretty smells?
I smell something.
Well, that helps dead things from becoming super ugly and deformed and melted, like, zombie, like we've been fighting, but, not alive.
Maybe Francisco should put that on his face.
Do you think it's a better look for... What if Francisco actually made himself look like it? Instead of actually putting it on his face, he made himself look like it. But I don't know anybody who would care. Well, probably whoever lives here. Hey, poke your head. Is there a window or something?
There are arrow slits in the top of the tower looking out, but there are, no, that's not true. There are some dirty, really gross windows up here that don't look like they've been touched for a very long time. So there is some light coming through.
Can I grab a rag and just come help me check just to make sure there's nobody coming down one of the road?
Okay, yeah. So go out there. You can easily take a cloth or take something and do that. Go ahead and give me a perception
Reminder.
check.
Me's chicken is keeping
Right.
watch.
I
Yeah,
do remember
yeah.
that, but I want to, just make sure. Na.
Yeah,
Do,
what-
do, do, do.
I don't think I should be saying their names anymore. Well, I have a +4 in perception, but I only rolled a 5, so 9.
So looking out the window, you don't necessarily see anything or anyone coming. Not with a 9.
Spit, do you see anything?
Let me see. I can't look. I'm too short.
I pick him up.
You see his little feet are dangling, like, as you hold him up. It's so cute. He's so little. So this little goblin goes and he looks. Let me make a perception check for him.
The
Since you are
NPC, we
requesting,
kidnapped that. Everybody.
you are requesting the help
Loves.
of the NPC. Oh, Spit. Let's see. What do you have for perception? A +0.
Straight roll.
You might roll better than I do. Use the jade.
You rolled a 3.
Ah,
Ooh.
Do you see
Yeah.
anything?
I see the chicken. I want the chicken.
You can't eat me's
I'm
chicken.
gonna steal that thing and eat it.
I put it down.
I can't wait for the day.
I know, right? Do I see anything in this room that's kind of like longish that I could like a quill or just something where I can poke the head?
Yeah, so, you walk over to the desk that you saw earlier when you came into the room, and there is a quill and ink bottle there. So you can take the quill and poke at it if you'd like. It is a feather quill.
Okay, I go to the head and I tickle its nose with the feather.
You see that as you do.
Spit, do you see? I take the feather away. Do you see? Did you see that?
It's twitching. Why is it twitching?
It's alive. I go over to the elevator thing. And I... Kinsley!
Kenzie, make a perception check to see if you can hear her.
Or do you want to just use my passive perception?
What's your passive perception?
17.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. 17. How do you have a passive perception of 17?
I'm amazing.
Wisdom.
My wisdom's an 18.
That is
So
crazy.
like it's a +4 on my normal thing.
Okay,
It's
okay.
+7 for
So,
my
yeah.
saving throw.
Kinsley, you hear imra'lyr calling for you from above in the tower.
I'm gonna say down.
Down. And then the golems at the bottom of the tower start moving the chains, and it goes and it stops at the next level.
Down.
Down. And it starts going again, and it stops at the second level.
Down.
Down. And it finally makes its way. The platform slowly sinks and goes and stops and settles at the bottom of the tower.
That is very convenient.
Kinsley, we need to. There's a dead live thing.
So it looks like I should go up, yeah, right?
Oh, wait, dead thing. I like the sound of that.
My passive perception is 10, so I don't hear.
Francisco has no idea. He's just like, oh, maybe I should go up.
It sounds like a good idea.
I see him walking towards me. No.
Mine is
throw-
15, so I probably can kind of hear what's happening.
I throw an arrow at Francisco, so he I just like flick it, so it's like.
I'm shuffling my
We're
way.
under attack!
I'm shuffling my way around. I'm interested.
I start walking over.
Get
Yes.
on.
Is she on yet? Are you on?
I step on, I guess.
Really
say-
quickly,
What's going on?
really quickly, as they're doing this, I would like to turn into a spider and go up with them.
Okay, so me transforms into a spider using, what was it?
Wild shape.
Wild
shape.
shape, yeah.
Okay, so you use a wild shape for the day, jump onto Kinsley's
I
little
turn
platform.
into a gnome and I jump on Kinsley's back.
Okay, you can do that too. So all of a
That's a
sudden,
good way not to waste wild shapes.
yeah. So the
Yeah, I didn't
golem,
think about that.
the golems say up and start bringing you up, and eventually you do make it all the way up. You don't have to keep saying up every level. So
I was thinking they wouldn't want me on the platform, so I was sneaking on.
Don't care
Well-
if you come on. It's just it can only fit one person.
eventually you guys do get to the top.
Yes.
Hi. Wait. It's Francisco. Okay.
I make
need
myself
you-
think again.
I need
I'm still
you
a spider.
to come look at this dead thing that is not dead, because you see this quill and I tickle her nose with it. That's what it did. It did that, but it's supposed to be dead, and it's not attached to. Oh, bless you. It's not attached to a body. Come here. I take her to the head.
Okay.
I am on Kinsley's boot.
I take her that thing, and I tickle its nose again. I mean, I'm an expert with undead. That is one of my things. But you're a cleric, so do you know anything?
I mean, this
Do you
whole
have a spell?
undead thing has been really new to me.
But isn't that what you clerics do? Is you raise the dead, kill the dead, look and see
every
the dead.
cleric has a
I climb into
specialization
the
in
chest.
undead.
What does But
I
can't
ca-
you do something with your holy divineness and be like, hey, goddess, help me?
I walk over to the
I
chest.
don't know anything
I am now
about
inside the
clerics.
chest.
What do you do?
Can
I look at the head.
do
I am
a,
crawling
like-
towards the head.
Now, when I tried to use magic before in here,
Oh,
it
that's
didn't
right.
work.
I keep forgetting about the spell thing.
I look at
Can
the head
I,
and
like-
I ask it.
Go ahead.
Okay. I thought you were going to do something. Okay.
No.
I asked the head. Do you want a drink, friend? Are you thirsty?
I am now on his.
nowhere for
I am now on the
I don't
face's
know. Do
cheek.
you like a whiskey?
There's nothing. There's nowhere for it to go. It's only a head.
The
I am now on the
head does
head's
not respond
forehead.
to you.
I thought if I
wonder-
offered it alcohol, it would wake up.
Okay, but here's the question: is it a good guy or a bad guy? Can you ascertain with your knowledge as a cleric? I don't know. Can you like look at somebody and be like, oh, they're a bad guy, and oh, that's a good guy? I mean, you're pretty wise, yeah?
I mean, that's
Am I generalizing?
yeah, a little bit.
I am now attempting to open the eyelid of the
Okay.
head.
Hold
If
on.
we're not
Trying to pull it
trying
back.
to like get rid of the undead, it's more of a I can make them go away, but if we're trying to talk to it or decipher
Well, I
whether
don't
or
know.
not it's
That's the
good or bad,
question.
I don't specialize in
want
that.
to wake it up? Do we want to wake it up? Since everybody is here. Wait, where's me?
Do spiders have tongues?
No. They just have their little mandible, like the little pincers. Like,
Pinch.
Okay,
well,
I'm
I'm
now
gonna
at this
take-
point looking for me.
I now take my little spider hand, and now that I have the eye assumedly partially open, I'm trying to rub the
Can
eye
I-
with my little hand.
Can I do like an
Nothing
Arcana
happened.
check?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check or
Okay.
Arcana,
Start-
Kinsley, one of the two.
I start crawling towards the nose, and I start my way into the nose.
It's 14.
Oh, actually, we probably like in our lifetime. I actually don't remember the number, but people
I don't wanna talk
swallow
about it.
spiders all the time in their sleep
wanna-
because they curl up your nose. And then
ew.
Kinsley, with a 14, you know that you could probably. There are some magical spells you can use in order to talk with those who have passed on. If this is an
Right,
undead
which
head.
I have prepared, but it looks like it's still kicking, so I don't really want to use a spell for it.
Well, you also remember that you wouldn't be able to cast
We'd have to
spells
take
in
it
the
out
tower
of the
anyway.
Exactly, which is why I was asking
can I-
Arcana.
check and see if there's any kind of like. We've already established that there aren't any traps or magical traps, but is there some kind of like alarm system or something that if like I picked up the chest, it would signal whoever it
Not
belongs
that
to?
you've been able to find. I mean, you looked around earlier. I'm
did, I
pretty
did.
sure we did that in the last episode.
Well,
Good.
I was looking specifically for traps and for things, but I guess that would fall under the realm of either one. So okay, here is the question: before we mess around with this thing, do we actually? Where's
He's
me?
he's already
This is the
messing around
second
with it.
time I've asked where's me.
Make a perception check. He's
I'm
it
in
is
his
somewhere where you'd
nose.
have to roll really high to find him.
I know, but in the case that I do roll high, okay, hold on. I've got
Did not roll
Three.
high.
my 3 dice of the night. Okay. 19. No, 18. 4 plus 4
You
is
do
8.
not see me.
Oh, it's a 20,
anywhere.
isn't it? Did me not do what Francisco did so he could come up here? I don't imagine him being all like, I'll stay
Maybe he's
behind."
there to watch his chicken. I don't know.
Did you not notice where he went?
No, I was busy.
Yeah, did no
looking
one
at
see
the
him turn in?
photo.
Because he was there, and then like he turned into a spider.
You were busy.
Canonically.
You were busy getting onto the elevator, and Francisco was busy turning into a gnome and getting on the elevator. Like, you guys weren't looking around at me.
Spit. Do you see me?
I just looked around and I rolled a 7, so no.
Still thinking about the chicken.
Okay.
It's the perfect time for him to try and go and get the chicken.
Right?
No.
Anyway, do we want to wake this thing up and try to talk to it? Because it's obviously not totally dead. It could
Right,
either be in
and,
trouble and a good guy, or it could be a bad guy and it could descend like, oh, Mistress Master, there's somebody in your tower. come back.
Right.
And then there's somebody here, and then there's a whole fight, and then this. You
Wait,
can't cast spells. And so.
Did you just say mistress? Is this a woman that we are talking about?
I said mistress or master.
Oh, there was an oil in there that
You
I
don't
did
really
not
know.
hear.
You're not
Okay.
good at listening, Francisco.
No,
He
I
only
just
heard
hear
me-
about the
he
woman. I
only
get
heard
really
woman.
excited.
Yeah. So, that's the question. That's why I was hoping that maybe you could tell if it was a good dead thing or a bad dead thing, but apparently I'm making that up as a thing. So,
Yeah. I'm sure that there's clerics that can do that, but
I've just seen you make them go, and so I figured you were
Maybe-
the
I
one
mean,
to call.
I know a spell to detect good and evil, but I didn't really put that
What?
in my list of spells for the day. Because I
What,
assume
Francisco?
everything here is kind of not good.
That's not my question. What, Francisco?
Maybe it's like that story with the frog, no? That if you kiss the frog, they become a beautiful man.
You want to kiss it?
No, I'm saying one of you kiss it. I'm not gonna do that.
You know,
Listen,
how did I know you were gonna say that?
I don't feel.
or I could, if I turn into a woman first, I would feel more comfortable, I guess. But I would prefer it if one of you two did it. I don't know.
I think the only way that we're going to get any information about the head is if we take it out of the tower. It would have to be moved. I can speak with
Let
the
me
dead
try the
today.
kissing thing first.
You want to kiss it?
Or
kinda
do
want
you
to
think
try and
that
see what
kissing it is
happens.
going to make it grow a body? Is that what you
At
were
the very
trying
least, to wake it
do?
up.
You know what? I take Francisco's head and I smash it against the dead head.
Francisco, you are now lip locked with this severed head. You feel no life and movement kissing you back. However, you do feel something tickling your nose, something dangling out of its nose.
I do that like really gross thing that spiders do when they like come out of something. All their legs like sprawl out at once and slowly starts crawling out. I go onto
Yeah.
Francisco's face and I try to go into his nose.
I immediately like snort him out like like
You are now covered in mucus and in the chest again.
You are covered in mucus, and you are flown in the direction in which Francisco blew his nose.
Oh yeah, where'd you go?
Where'd I go, Francisco?
I would have pulled up my head immediately like and probably shot him like towards the floor somewhere.
So now you are on the floor.
Does he take
I
fall
feel like he
damage?
would take damage from that.
Yeah, well, as a spider, yeah, he probably would. So normally it's 1d10 for every no, it's 1d6 for every 10 feet, I believe, is falling damage.
Well, how much HP does a spider have? Because it might be like
Not very much.
one. It's one.
And that's the equivalent. Well,
so
here's the thing. Spiders are able to fall very great distances
That
without
is
actually
true.
getting hurt. So
This is
I'd
true.
say
I learned this in my physics
maybe
class
But
this
with
a
week.
the
point or two of
force
damage. That's why I'm saying maybe a point or two with the force. So I'll say, yeah, you took like 2 points of damage.
Oh, well then it's 1 hit point, so.
Oh,
So then
well,
you drop, and then you instantly turn back into me. And you have some snot on your face.
That's where you were. What are you doing, me?
Makes sense.
I feel so violated. My nose. What were you doing inside my nose? It's so gross. Were you
Yes,
inside
I
of
was
the
in.
head?
Yeah, no, I was inside your nose the whole time, and you had not noticed.
I'm gonna start
did I not
looking
notice
around
that?
for a way to
I
wake
am
this
very
thing up.
sneaky.
I want to insight check me.
I would
DM.
like to deceive him.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I would like to, as they're having this argument, check around for anything that I think might wake this thing up.
And I'm going to do the same.
So, okay, you guys look around, and all you see is the stuff that you saw in the room earlier.
Which I rolled pretty well for that, I think.
Yeah, so I'll just read the description to you again. Unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation, and although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters through arrow slits as well as through dirt-caked windows with broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which iron hangs chains that support the tower's elevator platform. So,
And I
yeah.
had checked the chest last session, and there
the
wasn't.
chest is
anything
the head.
Oh, that's right. It's the head.
The head is in the chest, yeah. You went over to the suit of armor, looked at that, but got nothing from it.
I checked the desk.
You checked the desk,
There's-
and that's all you checked.
Does it look like the chest could be moved?
It's not a big chest, so I mean.
I mean, like,
you
did
have
she? I can't remember. Did she check for traps? Like, if she were
I
to move?
checked for traps.
Yeah, it was unlocked.
didn't.
All she did was open it.
Wait, so you
Okay,
guys
but,
are...
like, do we gather that we could take the chest and move it?
There's no indication that you couldn't. No one's tried to lift it.
Hey, what if we took it up the top and just so we're outside of the thing, but we're not taking it down and then out and then all that long way?
Wait,
Is
so
there
you
a
guys are
way
worried
onto
about
the
moving
roof?
the head right now, right?
DM, you said that there was an opening in the roof, right?
So, no, not in this room. One level
But you'd have-
below, there is an opening that goes out onto the rafters.
We can take it down there. And that way we're not... I mean, I don't know how wide. I'm assuming that it's just within. But if we just take it out, then maybe it will wake up. And if we don't like what we hear, we just take it back in.
Possibly.
That's assuming it actually wakes up upon exiting the tower.
We don't need to take the whole chest.
I'm not touching the head. Are you going to take the head? I'm not going to
I'll
touch the
take
head.
it. I
Let's
reach for
not-
the
let's-
head.
I stop him.
Oh.
Let's not touch the head.
I didn't want to.
For
Mama
one,
Kingsley.
that could be very disrespectful to the head. We don't want to start off that way.
That's right, me. You're so disrespectful.
I give a good look at imra'lyr and then to Francisco, and then I make a kind of face.
Hey, nobody kisses and tells, okay? Okay.
I mean,
By the way,
No.
Francisco,
I'm gonna
what did you
go
get on your
ahead and
insight?
pick up the chest.
14.
Okay. So Kinsley walks
20.
over to the chest. She closes the lid
23.
and bends over, picks it up, and it comes right up. No problem.
Francisco, you
I
believe
step
that
onto
I
the
was in your notes.
platform.
I'm
And
gonna
I
just
say,
go.
down.
Down. And the golems lower you to the third floor.
And this is the one that had
how
the little...
far is the drop?
It's probably 10, 20 feet down.
Can I grab onto the chain and just?
You'd have to make a dexterity check. Go ahead and make a
I mean, you could
either
just
acrobatics, either
slide.
acrobatics or dexterity check.
19.
Okay, yeah. So, imra'lyr, you successfully grab onto the chains and you do that spin around the chains as you come down with Kinsley and land on the platform next to her. However, one of your feet steps onto the floor that surrounds the platform, and you hear
I hop off.
hop
Wait,
off
no, wait. Oh, it's unstable. The floor below. That's what I. Okay. Well, I retract my foot.
Okay.
Before.
You are both
we-
sharing a 5-foot space.
I'm
So
kind
you
of
are
hanging on to
trying
that
very
chain.
hard. Very, yeah, if like...
I'm
if-
like half on, half off.
okay.
Before you actually step onto this, because from my last observation, I forgot this. It's does not look stable. Actually, most of these floors don't look stable. So I'm going to check it first You stay here.
Okay.
I'm going to put my foot out like I'm testing the waters, but I'm testing the floors to see if there's any point that's strong enough to hold weight.
As you are pushing, everything creaks. Everything. You even put your foot on one and put a little weight onto it, and you feel the wood begin to give.
Nope. Okay, we're going to have to go
Maybe
all the way
I'll just go all the way down.
Yeah. I'll just stay
Down.
here.
Okay, so you
say down.
guys... Okay, down. And you guys go all the way down to the bottom.
Down till we
Eventually
fall
make it down to the bottom floor.
I look through the hole all the way
And-
to the bottom. You guys all the way down yet?
We're down. You can
Okay.
call it to come up.
Okay.
Well, I
the
haven't stepped off the platform yet.
I thought you did.
I'm
jump.
stepping off the. No, you we
Stop.
literally just
It's
got down
going.
there.
It's going.
jump,
These
go-
guys
I-
don't stop. Jump.
I'm staying on
grab
the
her arm.
platform. I'm
Okay.
staying on the platform.
Down.
And once it gets to the next one, I say down. These guys are gonna kill me.
It's like that. It's like that annoying guy that presses all the buttons in the elevator.
And then I wait for a second and look up at me
I look down at
and
her.
then step off.
Okay, I'm clear now.
Okay, eventually all of you are able to make it all the way back down to the bottom floor. What are you guys doing with this head? What are you doing?
What if that door just go bzzz and it kills the head?
Do you want me to take the head outside the castle thing?
Oh no! It's
I mean,
the
we
point
could just
of what
throw it
the-
out.
Oh my goodness! Let's just go.
I'm walking out.
Okay, you guys walk out the door and nothing happens.
Okay, here's the thing though. Last session, Imra got zapped. Okay, so she's
That was
not...
because
I
imra'lyr
know.
did the thing
the puzzle
totally
wrong.
wrong, and
She
she didn't.
didn't. She was only trying to learn the dance moves, and she got kicked in the butt for it. Okay.
As we
so-
go out, I pick up Henrietta.
Okay, you go and you find your chicken and pick her up.
I get a little bit away from the tower
Okay,
and I open the chest.
I'm right
Okay.
next to her.
I have it placed down and I'm kneeling on the ground.
I'm standing behind her.
Is it doing anything?
nope.
Hello?
No response.
Maybe Francisco should kiss it again.
Wake up!
No response.
Abracadabra.
It moved earlier, right?
Yes, it moved when I tickled it with this. And I
Which
still have the
makes
spell.
me wonder if it's...
I don't think we needed to take it outside.
I don't really...
I
Go ahead
mean,
and
it
give
didn't
me
really
intelligence
respond when
checks.
Woohoo.
all over.
Or medicine. Either intelligence or medicine.
Neither of those
I-
are good.
Can I try that?
Medicine is better. That is an 8.
6.
Medicine.
I rolled really bad. I rolled a 2.
Oh, I have a +2. Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Mine's not worth mentioning, so.
Me, it occurs to you that the nerves within the body
Yeah.
cause so when given some kind of movement will cause it to twitch. You remember watching some type of moving picture show at one point where a dwarf shook his axe embedded in the brain of some enemy, and you saw that it was twitching, and you're like, oh yeah, something about a nervous system.
That's what I was
maybe-
thinking this whole time.
Maybe it was twitching because its nerves have been embalmed and it hasn't decayed, so they still move when touched.
Okay, so.
Okay, guys.
Well-
I think I figured it out.
What?
There is a special. If I recall correctly, there is a special way to make it awaken.
Insight.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight that.
Francisco, I think you should lick it.
I got a 15 on my insight.
It's
Okay.
a 16 on my insight.
I
24.
wait. Hold on. I gotta deceive.
Here, go
Come
ahead
on,
and do
baby.
Need a
Come on,
24.
baby. No, that's a 2 plus a 6.
Oh, no.
All of you know that me is full of crap.
I just pick up the head and I open up one of the eyes and I'm like, lick the eyeball.
I take the head from him and put it back in the chest and smack him.
It's
smack
nerves.
me.
Mama Kinsley.
It's not
I
alive.
smack his hand.
She's so
Okay.
violent.
I deserve that.
Dang. I'm
This
afraid
is
she's
like
gonna
her-
start throwing chocolate.
Disrespecting the dead.
Okay.
Well, just so you all know,
had that-
this
I
thing
just-
is actually dead.
Okay.
I just had a terrible flashback of mi madre throwing a chancla at my head. Oh gosh.
Wait, quick question. Did you actually witness that happen while you were in Argentina?
In Argentina, it's not a thing. They just they
That's
don't
funny.
do that in Argentina.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh
what
my
are you guys
gosh.
doing? You
Okay,
guys
so
have
the
successfully
only
found that me is full of
thing-
crap, but this thing he is correct. It is
It
actually
is dead.
For
So-
the first time, Francisco is not deceived by your lies.
You all rolled high on that.
Yeah, we did.
All of you.
Is there
Okay.
anything that we want to try to ascertain from the head? I can speak with the dead, but I don't want to waste a spell if we don't really need to waste a spell here.
I don't know if there's a
Well-
reason except to maybe find out why is somebody keeping his head.
Well, I mean,
don't
it
know if
could
that's really
be
important.
sentimental.
It could lead it to the key of life. I mean, I don't know. There's a possibility, minuscule as it might be, that this is important.
And also, if we really need to, we can always have Francisco look like the head, at least. Or
But
the head in
Only thing
question.
is,
What?
normally when using this spell, I'm a stranger to this.
You've never done
They-
it before?
No, I'm a stranger to the head.
Oh.
They can choose whether or not to talk to me.
Well, you know, if you approach them nicely and be like, I'm a little concerned that I found you in the chest. Are you okay? Like, do you need some help?
You could
I
offer
think-
it some.
Does the dead
some
thing
wine?
need help?
I don't know.
I feel like
Do you need to be avenged? I don't know. Did
Does he
Strahd
want
do
to be
this
preserved?
I just don't know if there's any reason to.
If the cleric doesn't want to use her spell, let's put it back and get out of here. We've wasted
That was
enough
a
time.
lot of stuff to do nothing with this head.
All right.
The
Let's do
only
it.
one who can do anything with it doesn't want to do it.
All right.
I can.
I said doesn't want to. Not
I just
can't. Doesn't
don't-
want to.
I just don't know if we have a reason to right now.
I mean, it could lead us to the werewolves. The person who lives here might
Good.
have some association with the werewolves, so the head might know
I
something.
mean, there is a lot of what if variables that it could answer, or it could be a waste of time. It's a
I mean-
50-50 at this point, and it's up to you on whether you want to cast the spell or not.
what
there's a-
questions would we have for it?
Who are you?
Who did this to you?
Who
Know
are
anything?
you?
Know anything
How
about
many
the werewolves?
Is it like a genie of 3 wishes, 3 questions?
We could always ask other sources if they recognize this head.
What are you thinking you can use, Kinsley?
Speak with dead.
So speak with dead.
I'm looking at it right now. 5 questions.
Oh, fine.
Oh, that's
so,
actually
who
not
are
bad.
you? Who did this to you? Do you know anything about the werewolves? I mean, straight.
Do you know anything about Strahd? Did you
what
have
is this
a lover
place?
in life?
I don't think that's really important.
There could be what is this place?
What?
okay.
Do you know anything about this place?
Can you tell us? Will you tell us anything we need to know about this place? Because there's, do you know anything? And they can be like, yes, and that's the end of the question. You know, sort of thing. Versus, tell us about this place is more of a, I want to know what this, you know what I mean.
DM,
Yes.
Can I see how long the preservatives on this head would last?
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
While this is happening, I want to look around and see if there's anybody coming.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
That's a 10.
Oh no, not 10. Sorry, that's a 6.
Yeah, you don't know how long these preservatives would keep it going.
23.
With a 23, you do hear some rustling on the path that you guys came in on, but it sounds a little far away.
Whatever we decide to do, we need to do it quickly. There is somebody coming.
Oh.
So we either put it back or we ask it questions and get rid of it and then see who comes, or we just leave. We need to make the decision and it needs to be made now.
Okay. I go ahead and cast Speak with the Dead on the head.
I
Did you
do
write down your
battle
questions?
position.
Yes.
Kinsley begins to do an
I light some
incantation.
incense.
Oh, are you
Sorry,
going to
no,
do the
I just-
description? You can do it.
No, I have to light incense. That's all I have to do. So I
Okay.
rummage, light incense.
Okay, and you begin to move your hands in an ornate fashion that indicates the spell, and all of a sudden you see that this head that was just sitting there, motionless, its eyes pop open. Why have you summoned me?
Oh, you summoned me?
I pull out, I switch to my sword and shield, and I begin looking around to make sure no one comes.
I have some questions for you. If you would be so inclined. First, who are you?
I am a Vistani. My name is Jan, and I was kicked out of my clan for stealing.
Who did this to you?
After being kicked out of my clan, I ran into a traveler on the road. He drove in a carnival wagon and offered me a ride. I believe his name was Rictavio. He wanted to know which way was another clan of Vistani. I drove him in circles, afraid of what he might do, for our venture together was very tense. Eventually, I found he was trying to find a way into Barovia. Not wanting him to go that way, I tried to steal his wagon and his monkey. Rictavio got the best of me and drove me through with his sword. He removed my head, embalmed it, and kept it to ask questions.
Do you know anything
I
about the werewolves?
I have heard noises many a time when Rictavio would summon me with his spells. They sounded like howling coming outside of the tower.
What do you know about this tower?
From what I have learned when I was alive, this tower was owned by a mage a long, long time ago. The mage was named Kazan.
I think I just remembered something.
Do you know of anything that could help us destroy Strahd?
No.
That's the end of my questions.
You see as the spell begins to dissipate, his eyes droop and close.
Wait, didn't Rictavio, when we were talking to him and he was like revealing his like stuff to us, didn't he say that he held up here and this is where we
Yes,
would
no.
need to find him?
He doesn't live here anymore because I believe it was he didn't want to get into a dispute with the werewolves, so he moved on.
Okay,
But
okay. So he was here before.
he was here before. What I suppose the head had run its usefulness. But
So that was probably where Rictavio lived. In
yes, Rictavio lived here, and the fact that the head had not been moved makes me wonder if I thought that somebody else had come.
It could have been the wagon over there, the one that
Right.
says do not disturb. Apparently someone has come in and out of that. So if someone's
So
coming,
they were just like,
it's
"Hey, I'm not
probably
going to
them
worry
coming
about
back.
the head." If I were moving into a place and it had a head in it, I would be like, "No, I don't think so. I'm going to get rid of that."
Yeah.
But I guess they didn't. Interesting point, though. Did we know the missing mage's name before?
No, we did not.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, it's the one that led into battle.
Right. No, I know about. We knew about the mage, but did we know his name? Because if not, we just learned it.
I don't think we did.
So no.
It did. The front door where it had the sign thing on the tower, you guys did see a little sign that said Kazan.
Right, but we didn't know what that meant per se.
No, all you
So
knew
now
was
we know.
it was a sign.
Okay, so now we know.
So now we know it's the name of the wizard.
He was
a
probably. This
wizard.
is probably his. This is probably the missing wizard's tower.
Right.
Knowing that explains a lot of its quirks. But we didn't find anything interesting when we went in, right? Like,
No.
so either he took everything with him when he pieced out, or people came in and took things.
Were we able to see, hear the answers to the questions?
Yeah.
Or was it only?
It spoke out
no,
loud.
The
They-
way that the
they-
spell works.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me see.
As far as my understanding is that it is reanimated and it speaks aloud.
Okay.
It's not like in her head or anything. Okay, so I figure maybe we should bury this poor fellow. Maybe.
As you
Maybe
guys are trying to figure out what to do, suddenly you hear someone coming up the road.
Oh, yeah, no.
I grabbed the head and I put it in my bag.
Okay.
Does it fit in your bag?
I'll fix your bear.
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna go hide behind a tree.
I shove it in my bag. I cover it with a cloth and I put it in my bag. Or I try to.
Okay.
I'm also gonna try to hide.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
hide behind a tree.
everyone give me stealth checks.
Yep.
Oh dang, that's not good.
Really? I hate that I have disadvantage because
we're
I
in a
rolled
f-
a nat 20.
We're in a forest, right?
You're on the edge of a forest, yeah.
Does that affect your?
Favorite terrain.
Oh dang, good for you. I got a 3.
Mine's
Rolled
22.
a 6.
Okay.
I'm
I
trying to
rolled a nat
I tried
20.
to
I got
hide
it, but it's
underneath
disadvantage.
the carriage.
21.
Okay.
Hey, high five.
Let me see something real quick.
I rolled a 6.
I'm gonna get kidnapped again, aren't I?
Ah,
no.
Francisco,
You and
ever the
Kinsley-
damsel
Me
in
both.
distress.
Yeah, you two have
We
been
had
kidnapped.
two damsels in distress. What?
Yeah.
Okay. So, imra'lyr and I believe me successfully are able to hide, but Francisco and Kinsley are still out in the open, essentially, when a gorgeous girl with long, wavy black hair. Imagine the girl from Van Helsing, essentially.
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, Kate Beckinsale and Van Helsing. She comes out, but she looks. It looks like she's dragging her leg. She's having trouble coming over to where she's going. She looks up and sees Francisco over by her wagon, and she instantly pulls out her sword and she's like, "What are you doing near my wagon?"
I was just passing by. I was, I just travel and wander, doing my thing. I'm a hunter of sorts, of monsters and things.
She looks over at Kinsley and she's like, "Were you hunting this one?"
No, she's my companion. We work very good together. When I get hurt, she helped me. So she is very kind. She very, very good. You are very beautiful, by the way.
I was going to say I would have to cut your throat if you went after someone like her.
Oh, no, I would never be after her. She's honestly, she terrifies me. She reminds me too much of my mother.
Well, good. Good, because creatures like her are not evil.
Oh,
All of you people here in Barovia have no idea. You have no idea what it's like out there in the real world when there's so many other creatures. You just go and kill anything you can. You call yourself a hunter and you have no idea what a hunter does.
You've been outside of Barovia.
That is not for you to know. That is for me. Now step aside. Let me get to my wagon.
From all of this, can I insight her? I want to see if I believe that answer.
I also want to insight.
Yeah.
I'm
go
watching
ahead.
all this happen.
I want to flirt.
I got a 2.
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
I just
Mine
rolled 2
would
natural
be
20s. So 27.
20, dirty 20. Nat
Okay,
20
so-
and dirty 20.
Both of you, she doesn't seem like she's lying at all.
Bet she's
does.
not from Barovia.
She never answered the question.
No.
Right. What the insight is that her refusal to answer an indicator that she actually is from outside of Barovia.
So yeah, it seems that she has been outside of Barovia.
So she may be one of these adventurers who got sucked in.
Or she's a Vistani.
Right.
So you see,
Can
she
we
limps
tell by the look
over.
of her? She's a Vistani? With my natural 20? I guess I wasn't really inciting that.
That
but,
wasn't
like,
for insight. I mean, she looks like she
Yeah.
possibly could be. She shares very similar, I guess, features. But then again, a lot of people in Barovia look similar-ish. I guess the only way really to distinguish is that Vistani are more like dark-haired and roguish looking, where Barovians are more, I guess, Russian looking, but very dirty. They just have more, I guess, Western European look. Or I guess Vistani are more like Southern European. And
So they look like they'd be from Transylvania.
Transylvania, Italy, places where their skin and hair are darker, and then
Right. I mean, she looks like the Van Helsing girl, so
right. So
she's probably a Vistani who is familiar with the outside, because I mean, if you're profiling it that way, outside of Barovia could be anything, but if you're just describing her or ascertaining through her physical appearance,
right.
it's a good guess, but
So she pushes her way through Francisco. She kind of shoves you aside and gets up
Do you
onto...
need help? Okay, I guess you don't
Do
need
not
help.
touch me. Go away. She
What? No,
she
you're so
climbs.
beautiful. No, wait, let me
I
touch you a little
snort,
bit
laugh
more.
in the tree.
She climbs up onto the wagon in the front seat, and you can see she's got like a fresh cut on her face. She's bleeding a little. She's got like a gash in her clothes on her arm, and her right leg is acting funny. She pulls up the pant leg, and you see she has a prosthetic leg. And she actually rummages around behind her in the wagon and pulls out what looks to be like a rudimentary screwdriver and starts screwing on the knee, trying to fix whatever's causing the limp.
I'm so attracted to her right now, Kinsley.
Maybe you should not.
Excuse me, do you know anything about this tower?
What, the old wizard's tower? Yes, I mean, it's been here for a very long time. What do you want to know about it?
I just kind of like what's his function, purpose here, if the wizard was hiding anything in it. I don't know. We are not
He's been gone a very long time. Nobody really knows anything about him, besides the fact that he lived here a long time ago. It is now empty. And he went off and did God knows what.
Is this the same wizard that supposedly led an army against Strahd?
Well, if he came back from living a long time ago to be in the present, then maybe, but I don't know how long wizards live, do you?
No, I don't. Actually, I am not from here, so I don't really know.
Yes, well, that mad wizard went missing a long time ago, so good luck.
Excuse me, would you like to maybe get a drink later? I don't know if you've got like...
I put my hand over his mouth. I put my hand over his mouth. I'm so sorry to
I start licking her hand.
bothering you.
She don't care. She's mom.
I plug his nose. My hand is over his mouth and nose. And I'm holding it there until he passes out. I'm sorry, just give me one moment. And I'm holding it.
Are you trying to kill him?
I'm holding it. And I'm
Just till he passes out.
And lay him on the ground. No, I'm trying to make him pass out.
Yes.
I apologize for him. This, if you don't want to answer this, you don't have to. Do you know where we could find the werewolves?
The werewolves. Why are you looking for them?
Well, I think they might have some information, about someone I'm trying to find. And I think that there may be one in particular that could help me. One that looks like me.
Well, I've never seen a werewolf that looks like a firbolg. Mainly they look like wolves. But I've been here often for the last week or so, and I have heard howling coming from, and she points to the northwest of the lake, the like westish. And she said, in that direction, I hear lots of howling in the night. I would assume they are werewolves. I have not seen any at this moment, but we are in the area where they have known to be seen. So if you're going to look, I would look in that direction.
In my sleep,
Thank you.
Francisco, you were out
And-
like... You were out for only like maybe...
He's a sleep talker, though.
I know, but he
we have
don't...
established him a sleep talker.
Right, but
You're not
when you
sleeping.
pass out due to lack of oxygen, normally you, 1, never wake up, or 2, wake up within seconds. So you would have popped back up right away. As soon as you hit the ground, you would have been like, whoa, and been dazed and started...
But you probably
coming
have
back.
a headache.
I feel awful. But I feel
But
so
you're
loved.
out of it, which is what I wanted. I wanted you
My
to stop
heart.
trying to talk to her.
You
It
see,
yearns for something more.
she looks over and she's like,
Okay,
what is wrong with your eye?
it's time to go.
Who's I love you.
She- She's not like above you. She's just looking for him. Because when you... Oh, were you still wearing a bandana?
Yeah, had an accident.
But he's always
no.
using
When I
disguise
pass
spell.
out, minor illusion would not be active. So.
Right. So you would have you passed out,
That's
and then it
true.
went away, and now she can see your eye, and it looks mechanical and runey, and she can see the veins of the blue going out. So she's like, "What is wrong with your eye?"
I think there was people. They hurt my eye.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution check to see if you would be in a right-headed mind to decide if you could lie to her or not, or if you wanted to lie to her or not.
That's a 6.
So
I'd be pretty out of it though.
Yeah,
Would I?
well, but you know what happened. Like you
Right.
can't think of why you shouldn't just tell her. Worth a 6.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. The magic ladies strapped to table, pokey thing in my face. I go bye. They put something inside my face.
He still hasn't told us that Strahd has his eye. And that he can see us.
Nope, we don't know.
Oh shoot! I didn't. Oh.
Nope. I haven't said anything. You're
She's
just
like,
No.
she's all, wait, who stole? Somebody stole your eye and replaced it with something else.
Ladies in the windmill, and they gave it to a man, a very bad man.
You see her eyes go wide, and she's like, "Oh, do not tell me." Do not. She walks over and she like grabs you by the face and rips like open and starts inspecting and looking at everything.
Oh,
And she's like,
this
"Who?"
is awful.
She's like, "Who
Wait.
has your eye?"
Francisco.
She slaps you. She's like,
Vampire.
"Who has your
Yeah,
eye?"
who has your eye?
It's the vampire! It's the Strahd man!
what? From the trees.
She's like, "You need to get rid of this
What do
thing
you
right
mean?
away."
I can't! It won't come out! We tried.
Oh,
it hurts
well, I
really
can make it
bad.
come
What
out.
do you mean he has?
But it gives me magical powers too.
What do you mean Strahd has your eye?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. When I was suddenly super attracted to him, he showed me my eye. I totally forgot about that.
I hop out of the tree and I walk over. What do you mean? You forgot that Strahd has your eye. Do you not know that powerful people can do things with your body parts and anything that they have that is yours to, like, I don't know, voodoo, like doll
I
thingies,
suddenly
or they
feel
can
very
like
violated
spy
and
on
very
you.
confused.
And what? Okay, so plan is we're going to you don't need this part of your face, right?
I walk behind Francisco and I put my
start
hands.
crying.
I come out of
I
my
don't know what's
bushes and I
going
put my
on.
hands over Francisco's eyes from behind.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so, that's news. He went from Hag stole my eye and replaced it with this mechanical thing to now Strahd has my eye? How do you forget something like that? Why? Why are you so,
You see that this girl turns and looks at you guys, and she's like, "You're not really hunters, are you?"
We are more like adventurers
I mean, you could
brought
say
here
we're-
against our will, and
You
we're just trying to get home.
So
you
you're
could
the
say
ones.
that we are the hunters against Strahd.
You're the ones he has been messing with lately.
Yep.
Yeah,
We're his current
the new cream of the
playthings.
crop.
Yeah.
No wonder he wouldn't listen to me. And okay,
You know
No,
him?
you know him.
And
I do know Strahd. I mean, if you cannot tell, I am Vistani. I mean, I've
No,
known
no.
of him. I've
You-
talked.
I mean,
to
we
him.
kind of figured that.
I do not
You're
like
very
him.
attractive.
I do not like him at all, though. Oh my goodness, you guys are going to cause so many troubles. Look, that
That's why you're
thing,
here.
that thing needs to come out of
Yeah.
your head.
Okay, tell me what to do.
I
Are you
do-
still Francisco? Are you still laying down?
I have my hands
I'm-
over his eyes still.
I'm assuming that I'm at least kneeling because she pulled my head up and was like inspecting my face.
So she turns around and you see that she has fixed her leg. She no longer has a limp. She walks over to the back of her wagon and you see that she's at the back for a while, probably a good minute. And then finally the door clicks open and she opens it up. And you see inside are just crazy instruments of like death. Like
Hey, this
so
looks like
many-
the house place.
so
that
many
we
like
burst down.
hunting materials, axes, you see stakes, you see like silver things and all these things for like
She's a real vampire hunter.
so you see the inside and she comes out and she's got this weird claw thing and it's got a screw in the center of it. And she's like, I can use this to take that stupid thing out of your head and then Strahd will no longer be able to see our conversation and what we are doing.
I
I walk
cast
away.
Entangle on Francisco.
You cast what?
Entangle on Francisco.
And I'm walking away at this point.
She's like, wait a minute. You
I had to
said
make some kind of save.
you said you said
Strength save.
that your eye gives you powers. You did mention that.
Yes, it gives me powers. Lets me do little electrical thingies and zap.
Is there a way of we can disconnect the eye from Strahd without having to take it out?
Well, the only way of severing the tie is to either 1, destroy the original eye, 2, take that thing out of his head, or 3, kill the hag that placed the curse on you.
Where do we find the hack?
Well, I mean, there are a number of wicked creatures like hags throughout this whole place, throughout Barovia. I have heard of one that lives in the deserted town south of Argynvostholt, of the old castle where the silver dragon statue is. I know there is, what is that town called?
It's the abandoned one.
The abandoned city or town. It's like, so Argynvostholt is on the side of a giant hill mountain thing and overlooks a valley where the river was. And next to the river, on the banks of that river, is a decrepit old abandoned town, essentially.
Right, I remember that. At this, Emrys climbs back into the tree.
There is, I have heard tell of a wicked creature that I assume is a hag, lives in that area, has been seen there often lately. She will either be the hag you're looking for, or maybe she knows where to find her.
Pues, I like that idea better than being half blind and losing magic. So,
Well, then fine, you can go and deal with that, but I cannot be in your presence any longer because Strahd is already not happy with me, and I do not want him to know where I am and where I'm going and what I'm doing, so I am going to be leaving. I need to finish what I am off to. I have to find that stupid man before he gets into more trouble.
What if I come back out of the tree? Because it looks like we're not going to use the torture device. What does can he see if it is covered?
Can you see if your eyes are covered?
I do not have the patience for this right now. It's a yes or no question.
I'm assuming that if I cover it, that he won't see. So I cover that side of my face with the cloth.
Second question. You mentioned just now somebody is in trouble. To rule out that we don't need to worry about this person, please inform us. Who is in trouble?
Not that it's any of your business, but I am looking for my former master and vampire hunting teacher. I doubt you know who he is. His name was Rudolph.
Does he go? Oh.
There it is. He's fine.
Yeah, he's doing.
You know of him?
He is fine.
He's pretty cool.
We're wasting time. We need to go.
Where is he?
Who knows by now?
And we also should
Where
be careful
was he?
we should also be careful about what we say, because, I mean, I'm assuming it's only seeing, not hearing, but...
Fine, that is a good point. I'm sure Rudolph would not want to be found by Strahd either, but if you were in his presence, Strahd may already know where to look for him.
Oh, I'm sure at this point.
Hopefully, Rudolph has moved on by now, but I have to find him. So,
Which one was Rudolph?
He's
he
the,
was
he is
carnival
the
guy.
one who is disguised as what's his bucket.
as Rictavio.
Yeah.
Yeah. We last saw him at the inn, right?
Yeah, in the town.
Yeah. So, do we trust
You
her,
can
right?
you can tell her if you want, but I'm done. We need to go.
I whisper in the lady's ear,
Where to find him?
where he was last seen.
Okay. Thank you, I appreciate that. Now please be careful. Deal with that as soon as you can. That is very important. You do not want him to be spying on you. Trust me. It's the last thing anyone wants. And she turns.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You see, she says something under her breath, and all of a sudden the wagon begins to move by itself. There are no horses or anything attached.
I lean over to Kinsley. Do you think I have a chance with her?
Sorry, I'm
Perhaps
limited to Banshee.
you should focus on getting your eye fixed.
Right. Priorities. You're right.
everything.
I've
you
already
come
started
across?
walking down the path.
Okay.
I walked to Francisco. Sorry, man, but you already met your soulmate, that Banshee.
No, not Agatha. Anybody but Agatha.
Okay.
Okay.
So I relayed to them where she had said to suggest looking for the werewolves.
Okay, so are you guys gonna head in that direction?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what you guys do is you guys actually go around the lake, and you're not following any path at all. There are no paths in this area. What you guys do is you start heading out essentially into wilderness. You start climbing up these hills, going around the outskirts, following a forest, until eventually you get to an area that is a wide open field of big hills here and there. And it's spread pretty wide, probably from where you're at, it's probably 3 miles long by 3 miles wide. Well, probably 5 miles long by 3 miles wide. So at this point, we are going to have to start making survival checks to see if you guys can find where these werewolves are. But before we do that, we are going to take a short break. So,
Okay.
short break. Everyone that is watching at home, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. We are going to take about a 10-minute break. It is 7:17 now, so we will be back at 7:27. So we'll be right back. Okay, we are back from break. Okay.
Woot.
So you guys just finished up at the tower, and the individual that you were talking to, no one ever asked for her name, so you never got it. And she left you guys.
Her face is ingrained in my heart.
Well, if you look like Kate Beckinsale, I mean, yeah. So you guys... You guys went around Lake Baratok to the north of the Wizard's Tower, and you made your way to this big open field with rolling hills. You guys are going to have to now start making survival checks. What we're going to do is one individual will be the person rolling, and you have to roll above a certain number to see if you can find it, but don't roll too low or you may find things you don't want to find.
Who has the highest survival?
I have a +3.
I have a
Okay.
+4.
Okay. What about you, imra'lyr?
+0.
So it's
I
gonna be
am
Kingsley.
I am not a wisdom based.
I am very much a wisdom based.
If we do need to, we can always ask for directions. We are in a field, plenty of voices to go around.
And because it's not a forest, I don't get advantage.
No, it's not. You guys are out of the forest at this point.
Also, speak with plants and speak with animals. Neither of them are concentration. They are instantaneous, so I could cast them both.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
So who is going to do the survival checks?
What?
I guess I am.
Yeah.
Blair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
So-
guidance myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get a +4 to my checks. Or plus
Well,
D4.
Okay.
Of course, I rolled a 1 on that.
Oh no.
Well, I rolled a 1 on my plus D4.
Oh,
So
okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
Not a 10.
Okay. So you guys begin making your way over the hills, not really knowing which direction to go. Everything up here kind of looks really similar. If it, I mean, you begin walking in one direction, and you see in the distance tree lines, and then you look behind you, and there's not so much tree lines anymore. But then you go in another direction, and there's more tree lines. It would appear at this point you guys are a little lost. I'm not really sure what's going on. Go ahead and give me another survival check.
Should I ask for directions?
Guidance. I'm guidancing myself again.
Come on, Kinsley, you can do it.
19.
Okay.
It's a lot better.
So you start going and you begin to find patches of fur here and there within the grass. But you're still not seeing where werewolves would be, but you do seem to be going in the right direction. However, it appears that it is getting late, and the sun is beginning to move closer to the horizon. Go ahead and give me one more survival check.
And guidance. It's better. 19 again.
Okay, so moving closer and closer in the right direction, you do start to see paw prints. You do begin to hear howling. But still, you don't see exactly where they could be.
You should probably.
Perhaps I should put up the dome and we can try in the morning to continue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a very good idea trying to locate them at night.
They'll probably
It's more
find
likely
us
that we
anyway.
find them. Which is
I mean,
why I'm
nothing can get
suggesting the
in.
dome, because they can't come in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I find a spot. Is there like a spot that has rocks? Kind of like boulders?
Make a
or-
perception check to see if you can find an adequate place.
14.
So you look
Didn't
around,
guidance myself. That I should have.
and it's very, still very rolling hill and plains. Like there aren't a lot of rocks here and there. However, eventually you do find a little crevasse in between two hills that seems like it might be comfortable, might be a little out of the way. So you could set up camp there.
Now, when you say crevasse,
Okay.
do you mean crevice?
Yes.
Okay, just clarification. I don't know if it's a real, if that, was a different word.
Well, Jack Black and Tenacious D, they use the word crevasse.
It's
So-
the same. It's the same word.
It's-
Tomato.
Yeah.
Okay.
Data.
Yep. So,
All
what do you guys do?
I go ahead and take the 10 minutes and I create the dome.
While she's doing
And
that 10 minutes.
I try to make it the color of a. I don't know. Do we want to do like the color of a rock, or do we want to like
could
make
be
it the
like
color of the grass around
grass.
us?
Yeah, make it look like a hill.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make it look like it's a part of the hills that we're in between.
Okay. Cool. So you begin to create the dome, and eventually it is created, and you guys are inside. Anyone want to do anything before you go to bed?
I would like to do my speak with animals as a ritual.
Okay.
You're going to bed.
Yeah, you don't have to do it as a ritual if you're going.
I guess
bed.
that's true. That's very true. And I would like to talk to Henrietta.
Okay.
Here you go. It's your chicken voice, DM.
I'm really excited to hear this.
I actually have to do this for our audiobook.
Oh.
Oh, right, you
I
do.
have a chicken. I have 2
Oh,
chickens.
snap. You
talk.
There you
do.
go.
I forgot about that. That's
Okay,
fair.
me.
So
What do
no
you
one
wanna-
can understand me but the chicken. So it's finally coming close to time to meet them, Henrietta.
Me too.
I wonder what it's like being able to be so close to nature, to be a part of it.
Nature. Yeah. Good.
Chicken. So dumb. What is a chicken's intelligence? Oh man, it's gotta be low.
I
It
don't
looks
know.
like I may be able to keep you around a little longer than I thought.
That's good. Don't eat me.
Don't worry. I won't. I'm very happy to be able to finally have an upcoming opportunity. It's exciting.
I'm hungry.
I see if I can find any seeds or anything to feed her. Well, hopefully I'll get my chance and I'll be able to become stronger and closer to finally being what I've been striving to be. Hopefully this all works out. If not, at least I may not have the mind to think about it.
You pull out
So-
some seeds and she starts clucking away at them.
I don't see any stats for a chicken, but there's an abyssal chicken, and its intelligence is a 4.
Hey.
Apparently,
So-
abyssal chickens are used for the exact same thing as just normal chickens.
Okay, well,
It's
There's
just
also
in the abyss.
if you own the Infernal Machine rebuild,
I believe there is
also,
a chicken.
There are secret chickens.
yep, I see that.
Interesting.
All right. Back to me.
Okay,
I'm just petting. Now
Pet and Henrietta. Anyone else want to do anything else before bedtime?
I'm going to pray.
Okay.
Yeah, -4.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pray to Saloon for some sort of, is finding the werewolves the right direction for us to go in order to save this firbolg that I had the vision of.
Go ahead and give me a religion check.
Guidance. I don't know why I haven't been using that, because I should have been. Forever.
Guidance.
But that was a natural 1, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Coo, 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 coo.
You don't have commune yet, do you?
Nope, I do not.
That'll be nice to have in the future.
Anyone else doing anything else?
Francisco, do you have anything to do?
I began playing with electricity in my hands, trying to come up with catchphrases. Lightning! Thunder!
Lightning
I am
and
the
thunder are
Thunder
not the same thing.
God! Zappy zap! Pikachu! Unlimited power!
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do you all mind if I take first watch?
Or go ahead.
course.
That's okay with me.
Yeah.
Okay. So eventually everyone conks out and goes to bed except for imra'lyr. She stays up and she takes her first watch. Is there anything you wanted
yeah.
to do?
Yeah. So can I tell that everybody's asleep?
Yeah, I would say you can wait long enough where everyone is asleep, including me.
I cast my spell, my illusion spell, but this time it's more of just the face. And giving a look around and just kind of peeking outside, knowing that it's not really necessary to be keeping watch. I'm okay. I'm not there anymore. They weren't for me. And I just silently cry.
Okay. So, if you're not truly keeping watch, then I will not make you do a perception check.
I'm, too distracted. I'm a little too distraught.
Okay. Surprisingly, throughout your watch, nothing happens.
It's probably a good idea just to keep an eye out. I wake Francisco.
Lady, where'd you go?
Hey! Hello there, handsome.
No, not the bald one. Oh.
Not the bald one.
Excuse me. It's growing back. A little.
It's still fuzzy. No, if I pet your head, it would feel very funny.
If
I start
you pet
reaching
my head,
towards her.
I smack it. I take out my sword. You touch my head, I'll cut off your hands.
No, don't wake the children. I will keep watch. It is okay. You go do your meditation thingy. I don't care.
I don't actually meditate at this point. I find a corner, I curl up in a tight ball, hold my necklace, and I actually go to sleep.
Okay. Francisco, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah. Perception, you say? When perception is +0, so that's a 16.
Okay. So, as you are sitting there taking watch, looking through the dome, you guys are down at the bottom of two giant hills. You can't see much from where you are. All you can see is the tip tops of some grassy hills on either side of you, to the north and to the south. To the east and west, you can see that there is a very shallow valley where there are a few stones here and there. It looks like a river may have at one point, or a stream, gone through where you guys are sitting this night. As you are sitting there, you're listening, you're trying to be as perceptive as possible, and you do hear howls out in the distance. You can tell that you guys have been getting closer and closer to the wolf's den, but have not yet attained your destination. And through the rest of your watch, nothing happens.
Bueno. Go over to Kinsley and I shake her awake.
Yeah.
Are you ready to take watch?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Good night, Mama Bear. And I go to sleep.
Okay. Kinsley, go ahead and give me a perception check for your watch.
26.
Okay.
Mama bear.
Yeah. So as you, Kinsley, are taking watch, you begin to feel very excited about the proposition of what tomorrow holds. Saloon has been talking to you a lot lately. She's been guiding you in this direction. She keeps telling you that it's important that you go and find these werewolves, that there's a connection here for you. Knowing that you are close, you're not ready to give in to anything that may stop you. And you too hear howls out in the distance. But nothing comes close to camp throughout the rest of your watch. Eventually, dawn breaks, and you do see the sun begin to shine through the valley towards your dome. It reflects throughout the walls, brightens it up, and everyone begins to awake.
All right.
I'm facing away from everybody, and I'm wiping the tears off my face that I had cried in my sleep.
I'm still asleep.
I am hugging my backpack as if I were cuddling a woman.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, mysterious woman. You are so wonderful.
Oh, lady with the black gorgeous hair and the mechanical leg with all the torture devices in the back. Ah.
As soon as he says torture devices, I pop him in the face.
What was that
Since everyone is still kind of waking up, it's like before everyone starts to wake up, when I know that's about time, I'm going to take 10 minutes and ritually cast augury to... It's my the one with the my bones to cast.
Oh, yeah.
To again try to get through the spell, whether or not we're going in the right direction to find the werewolves.
That was so useful that one time.
So it's wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both, or nothing for it's not especially good or bad.
Okay. You were specifically looking for the werewolves. Mm-hmm. That's what you're asking it. And wheel is good, woe is bad.
Wheel and woe.
So you begin to ask, and are you asking about a certain direction?
Yeah.
Because I believe a direction has to be involved. I mean, because you could be asking, is looking for the werewolves a good idea? Or is this the right direction to find the werewolves?
It's the course of action that you plan to take. So with the direction that we've been going, that we plan to continue to go, if that is the correct direction to find the werewolves.
Okay, so the direction in which you've been heading. Okay, so you get a wheel then.
Okay.
So positive outlook from the forecast today.
And then, since I can ritually cast it, I'm going to do it again. And this time, ask if finding the werewolves or attempting to find the werewolves is going to lead me to the person that I'm looking for.
You get a wheel.
Imra's right about everything.
Okay. And then I go ahead and put them away. And
What does wheel mean again?
start.
Good. Means
Yeah,
yes.
wheel is yes.
Okay.
And then I start
It's
preparing
an affirmative.
breakfast.
Okay.
Because Kinsley
So you
cooks,
guys
even though she
all
doesn't
wake
normally cook.
She can.
Yep. Kinsley's able to cook you guys up some breakfast. You guys get all packed up. You're
'Cause
all
I'm
ready
not
to
sleeping
go.
in.
Everyone had their nice long rest. Yep.
For the first time in forever.
I know.
So you guys begin to make your way in the direction that Kinsley asked her augury where they should go. But you are still going to have to give me a survival check. So who's going to be doing that?
Me, I guess.
Kinsley's still doing it?
We're not
Okay.
in the woods yet.
No, you're still up in the hills and the valley.
Guidance. Oh boy, oh boy. That's gonna be a 9.
Okay. So
I rolled so
as you are heading in
low.
that direction, you begin to hear howls coming close. You hear as if a pack is encroaching on you and fast.
Up the
Very
trees.
quickly.
I prepared the glaive just in case.
Coming over one of the hills, near the direction in which you were heading, you see a large individual standing up, turns and looks up, and you see a long snout.
This
And
is
you
what we're looking
hear-
for, yeah?
You hear a loud howl, and its arms reach out, and you see massive claws. It looks up, continues to howl, looks down in your direction, and from behind it, 3 more large beings come running, and then they come running at you from down the hill, following close behind by 4 more wolves. Very
dear.
quickly, you guys are surrounded. And you see one of these werewolves standing in front of you, the big one, the first one you saw. He's larger, slightly larger than the others. He's got 1 tooth, 1 fang that is missing, a scar over an eye, but the eye's still there. No discoloration, just a very large scar. And you see there's a hole bitten out of one of his ears. And he comes up, and he's like, "What are you doing here?"
Do we remember the name of the werewolf leader we saw in that vision?
Yes, I do, actually.
What was his name?
His name would be... yes,
I said, what are you doing here?
Kirill.
We're looking for a
Ki-
guy named Kirill.
Kirill.
What do you want with him?
That is a good question. I look at Kinsley.
We are looking for someone and we need perhaps his help? Or just the wolf pack in general?
You see, he turns and he looks at the rest of his pack, and he's like, "These humans and weird things," looking at Kinsley, "and elves. All of these beings come to look for the mighty Kirill and ask for help."
Are you him?
What's
I mean,
it to
he's-
you?
That's him. Alright, Kinsley. What did Senon say? We're here for you, woman!
I mean, I'm not good at talking to people. I don't.
I'm not good at talking to people either.
I usually am, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be asking. I don't know what we're doing.
I walk up in front and I kind of give a little bit of a, like a bow. Kirill, we are looking for someone who could be of help to us. However, from my understanding, we do not know what your position may be towards your feelings towards the great Strahd person, who everyone seems to either feel good or bad about. And if things are in our favor, you may be willing to help his latest playthings.
Strahd is great.
Great.
He allows for me and my pack to do as we please. And depending on the help, you are trying to extend his playthings. I want nothing of it.
I have a question. Have you ever been beyond Barovia?
What kind of a question is that? Of course I've been beyond Barovia.
Insight
Strahd
check. Do
allow
I
you-
believe that?
Go ahead and make an
This-
insight.
Does Strahd allow you to roam freely between Barovia and the outer world?
Natural 20.
Which
Which is my third one for the night.
Kinsley's insight, he seems to be telling the truth. imra'lyr, you wouldn't know.
I mean, I'll check. Where'd it go? There it is. That's a 9.
Yeah, you wouldn't know if he's telling the truth or not, but he looks at you and he's like, Strahd allows us to do whatever we want, as long as we don't interfere with him and do as he asks here and then. We are free to live the way we want, and no one is going to get in our way.
So you can leave Barovia.
Of course we can.
Have you tried?
You insolent. You see he goes to smack you.
I'd like to dodge out of the way.
Make a dexterity check.
That's a straight 16.
You dodge. I've gone outside of Barovia more times than you can imagine. You've been stuck here your entire life. What would you know about the outskirts of this terrible place that I call home?
Well, I mean, we are his playthings, so we're not really from around here.
So it's you. You're the ones that he
already
sent
mentioned
here.
it earlier.
You said that you said that you could help the playthings of Strahd. Fortunately for us, we are Strahd's first line of defense. We get to decide if you are worth the trouble. And they all
Throw
pounce.
the
Everyone roll
side. Do you
initiative.
see know anyone that looks like her?
Everyone roll initiative. You see that as soon as he says that they are the first line of defense to judge whether you are worthy to even approach Strahd. And you, Kinsley, you get the feeling that things are going south fast, and you get to act first.
While she is... Oh,
No. Go ahead.
do you know what you're gonna do? Because
Yeah.
if you then go.
know
I'll
what
wait.
attempts
I'll wait
to
for my.
do.
I'll wait for my turn.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on him. I don't know if it will work on him. 'Cause, I mean, werewolves are humanoids.
Try.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah.
So,
big
yeah,
humanoids.
I'm going to Hold Person him. I don't know if that's the right move, but he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I mean, werewolves don't have great wisdom, so
I know, but
you rolled a 3.
he is
Right.
held in place.
Okay, so he's restrained.
Uh-huh. And
Okay.
I can't really do anything else for my bonus action.
So you guys
We're
now all have
surrounded,
advantage.
you said?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I pull out a straight piece of iron and hold up my hands and like yell stop or like no, like just a
Down!
and hold person.
Down, boy.
Stay!
A piece of iron.
I say stay. Yeah, I have to. It's my.
It's part of her spell casting.
I guess I actually can do it through my staff because I
Oh,
have
okay.
that. always wielded. So I hold up my hand since I stay. And
Why should I listen to you? There's no reason for me to stop.
now y'all have advantage. And it lasts a minute.
Okay.
And then at the end of each of its turns, it can make another wisdom save and try to break out.
Okay.
Real quick, how far is he from all of us?
He was right up in your guys' face. The other ones are a little far back.
Okay.
So they're going to have to move up to you.
Okay.
Me, it is now your turn.
This wasn't how I planned it. Let's see. I would like to cast Moonbeam on him.
Okay.
So he has to make a, let's see. He is a shape changer, so that means that he must make a Constitution saving throw as usual, but if he fails, he gets reverted back into his original form.
Okay.
And he's no longer a werewolf.
That's a
Well, I mean, he's, still a werewolf. He's
right, he's not shifted.
Right.
Yeah, which means that his immunities shouldn't be there.
Right.
If any, I don't remember with werewolves.
It is basically any melee weapon unless it's coded by silver.
Right. Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing for non-magic
So,
attacks that
Francisco,
aren't
this is your only chance.
Well, he has-
his glaive.
He's got.
It's-
Oh, that's right.
Kinsey's
That's
glaive
right.
now.
It's actually me if I'm not using my bonus action to use Planar Warrior.
Okay.
This is helpful for me.
Con
Also have
save.
Witch Bolt.
Yes, con save
Okay.
of 13.
He got a 15.
Okay.
So he
That would've been so
retains
cool.
his werewolf form.
But he takes the
But
damage.
he takes half as much damage on
Okay.
a successful one. So 2d10.
Still so good.
Oh wait, hold on. Higher levels. I forgot.
What level are you casting it on?
Oh wait, that's right. I'm just casting it on the second level. Yeah. So it's 2d10. That's a 9, so half of 9.
Okay. 4. Okay. You gonna do anything else, me?
I'm going to take a few steps back
Okay. It is now
behind everyone.
a werewolf's turn, and it's going to bolt and go straight for Kinsley because she is the one that is trying to stop his master or his pack leader from doing anything. So he comes racing forward, and he is in his hybrid form, so he's going to make 2 attacks. Let's see, and yep, he is going to make a bite and a claw attack. It's +4 to hit with the bite. Only got a 7, so that misses. Swipes at you with his claws. Oops. Come on. And he got a 13, which I think misses. Okay. So that werewolf's turn
I'm
is
dodging.
over.
Definitely.
And then
Or he's just hitting real bad.
yeah, he's just missing real bad. So that is a regular wolf's turn. It's going to run up and it's going to go probably after Kinsley as well.
You
And
have
it's
the
gonna take a
highest
bite.
AC, sister.
I know.
It's a good thing they're going after you.
It rolled a 1, so nothing.
Yes, let's go. Take it.
Let's see.
It doesn't matter if the DM is rolling bad.
True.
Could go
but
after anyone.
it's less likely they'll actually hit you than the rest of us.
Okay, so the second werewolf, it's going to run up and it's going to go after me because me is the one that cast Moonbeam. So he's gonna make a bite attack and a claw attack. Oh man, you only got a 7 again. Yes. What is with you? I'm rolling. My green is going bad today.
Yes!
Claw
Thank
attack.
goodness.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 does not hit, does it? Oh,
Nope.
No, there's not.
okay. So, okay, and now a second wolf, regular wolf. It's going to run up, and it's actually going to go after Spit.
Come on, come on, I'll kill you, I'll skin your hide, and I'll take your fur, and I'll turn you into a coat.
Oh yeah, I'm still wearing my bear fur.
It got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 to hit, so that hits Spit.
At least it wasn't a gnat.
And it's a regular wolf, you guys. This isn't.
Yeah,
this is
it's
a
But
regular
still.
wolf.
bad.
Still.
Okay, so that's 2d4 plus 2 piercing damage.
Roll once, roll once, roll once.
And he's got to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So that's 8 damage to Spit. Okay, 8 damage, and then strength saving throw. Let's use a different die. Come on, Spit. Come on, Spit. What did he have to beat? Ah, nice. He got a 13, and the DC was 11.
Go Spit.
Nice.
So Spit, you see the wolf comes running up on Spit and grabs him by the arm and starts tearing at his arm. He's like, get off me! Get off me! Okay, imra'lyr, it is now your turn.
Okay. So you can. I want to try something, but you tell me how this will work out. Okay. Kinsley has him held, so he cannot
Yes.
move.
He cannot move.
Can I want to take my gun, and if I go up to him and I put the barrel like right there, will I still have to roll with disadvantage?
No, and if you hit, I'll give you an auto crit.
Cool. I go up to him. Still want to play with the playthings?
Well, you roll with advantage anyway because he's your strength.
But I'm asking because if you are, it's disadvantage if you are
in melee
using
range.
yes, but
Right.
you just said that I don't need to do that.
Right. So you wouldn't.
But
You
you
would do
still-
it regular, and then if you hit, you get an auto crit.
Right. Okay. So that is 14 plus my
You got a 14.
plus 6.
Yeah, you hit him.
Okay. So let's use. Who am I using? Jester. Okay. That's 7 for the first hit.
Okay. So 7 damage total.
Is that
Is that
Doubled
crit? Is
for
that
your crit?
that was your crit, wasn't it? For the first one.
he said you would auto crit if you hit.
Okay. So, in that case, I'm going to do planar warrior too. So let me get my planar warrior dice. That is another 4. So it'd be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points doubled. So 22.
Well, you don't double.
No, you only
don't
double the
add
dice.
The dice.
You don't double the
Oh,
entire
right.
damage.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Crap.
It was originally 7.
So
What is
that's
your
minus 3
So 4 plus your planar warrior was
another 4. So,
So
8,
16
16
plus
plus
your 3.
17, 18, 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Math, we can do it.
Okay, my second one, I go. And 19 is
That
my
hits.
next hit. And
Up against his temple again. Auto crit.
yeah. That's 9 points altogether. That was not a great roll.
Okay. He is still standing. Francisco, or is that all?
Yeah.
Francisco, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna protect our squishiest spellcaster. Our me has a werewolf on him, yeah?
Me.
Just a wolf, I believe, right?
No, me.
No, it is a
you
werewolf.
have a werewolf on you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and begin attacking it.
Okay, go for it.
So, first attack is this isn't great. With the glaive, that's a 12 to hit. I guess that misses.
Actually, that hits.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just hits.
Cool. So,
And that's a regular werewolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
D10, and then I'm going to make this a fainting attack. So, let's see. Yeah. So that's going to be 16 plus 5 is 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I take my second attack.
Okay.
Which is a lot. 27.
Definitely hits. Hits
Okay.
more than twice.
Right. And that's gonna be another 10 dammies.
Okay.
And there's a lot of them, huh? How bad does he look?
Pretty hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Not near death's door.
I think I'll save action surge for the big guy. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. After Francisco is another werewolf, and this guy is going to come running right at you, Francisco.
Bring it!
And he is going to take a bite attack and a claw attack. 16, does that hit?
That just meets.
Okay. So you're going to have to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And 1d8.
Con save. Oh, that's cocked. That's a weird way to get cocked. That's 15.
Okay, you pass. You get 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to swing at you with his claws. And another 16, so he hits. And 2d4 plus 2. Ooh, he rolled 2d4s. So that's a total of 10 slashing damage.
That hurt. Okay, I admit. That hurt a little bit.
Was that the first time you got hit or
That's the second time I got hit.
second time?
Yeah. And so Spit, it is now his turn. He is going to fight the werewolf that is on him. Spit's going to take out his short sword and he's going to swing at him. He's going to take two attacks. He only got a 9 on the first one, so he misses. Ooh, but he did really well on the second one and hits. And he gets 1d6 plus 5 damage to this guy. He did 5, so a total of 10 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, he's swinging wildly, and he's like, it's on my arm! I can't get him off! I can't get him off! It is now the Kirill's turn. And imra'lyr is right up on him.
He has to make his save, right?
Mhm.
He can
Otherwise
do
he
that
can't
at
do
the
anything.
end of his turn.
At the end of
right,
his
right.
turn.
So you are right up on him. So he is going to attack you, but he does do it at disadvantage because he is restrained. So he's going to try to take a bite attack at you. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a con saving throw.
Who do I use? Come on, God.
That's 9 piercing damage.
You said a con save?
Con save, yep.
13.
Ooh, okay. So you pass. But you get 9 points of piercing damage. Now he's going to swing at you with his claws, also doing it at disadvantage. Only got an 8 that time, so I assume that misses.
Yep.
All right. And it is also now these two wolves' turns. And they, seeing that Kirill is being attacked by an individual right on him, they are both going to go after imra'lyr.
There's so many of them.
So the first one takes a bite at you. Gets a 5, misses. Second one takes a bite, gets a dirty 19. And so that hits, so 2d4 plus 2 piercing damage, and give me a strength save.
17.
Okay, you pass, and that's 7 points of piercing damage. And I forgot to make a wisdom saving throw for Kirill, so let's do that real quick. Rolled a nat 1. He is still stuck.
Yes.
Okay, we are back up to the top. Kinsley, it is your turn again.
How many are around within 5 feet of me?
You probably have probably Kirill and the two wolves that are
And then
attacking
there was a
imra'lyr.
werewolf that came up to me and attacked me.
Yes. So
Okay.
Well, then you wouldn't be that close. You wouldn't be that close to all 5 of them, or all. You'd probably be close to the werewolf that was attacking you, and maybe the wolves that are now attacking imra'lyr, because space would have been made. 5 feet, you wouldn't be able to be right.
But
up
you
against all
can't.
of them.
You
Yeah,
can't.
no,
You can't move though. Everyone like you
Well,
can't.
Right, but I'm saying in how things would be situated, they wouldn't be surrounding her.
I
She would
would've-
only be able to be 5 feet from like 3 things and still hit them.
Well, also, me was in front talking. I
stated that I moved
forefront.
behind everyone.
Right,
Oh,
but
okay.
we can't.
But still,
yeah.
I wasn't at the forefront. I
Right.
wasn't right up against him. So there would be.
Okay, so then you would have a werewolf and maybe one, and then one of the wolves that's attacking imra'lyr.
Okay.
So that's 2
Then
creatures.
I'm going to. Man, I can't do both. I'm going to.
Get Warcaster, man.
I know. I
That's the
need
first
to.
thing I'm gonna grab next campaign.
I'm going to. I'd really like to get this werewolf off of me, but I'm going to focus on him, and I'm going to guiding bolt him at 2nd level.
The main guy.
So I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to hit him.
I have a
15.
15, that hits.
Okay, so it's 5d6. $17 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And I mean, they already have advantage on hitting him, but
now
next
it's
person has-
super
he now
advantage.
like radiates light, and it would have given you advantage. And that is an action. I can't cast another spell, so I'm going to do nothing else. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep holding my concentration and guiding bolt him, and that is all.
Okay. So it is now me's turn.
So you can't cast a spell when you're holding concentration, right?
You can cast.
You can't cast another
You can cast
concentration
a-
spell.
like a cantrip is fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna go.
Wait. I thought it was you could do another spell.
So long as it's
Well-
not another concentration.
Okay.
It's not.
Most
Okay, yeah,
cantrips are not
that's- yeah.
concentration.
So at this point,
So anything that's not a concentration spell is fine.
You can do another spell or a cantrip. It just can't be
Yes.
concentration.
okay. So
As long as you're not doing it in the same turn.
yeah.
Kinsley,
Oh,
is yours concentration? Is the vines
Yeah.
one concentration?
Hold person.
So then you should have
Vine's
made a
one.
check when you
No,
got
no,
attacked by
guiding-
the werewolf.
No, he's talking about hold person.
Yeah.
She's supposed to, I think, do
It's
a
a concentration check.
Oh.
Which
Yeah.
the DC is
Wait.
10
when you got
plus
attacked
half.
by wait.
I didn't get hit.
Oh yeah, she didn't get hit.
I didn't get hit.
no.
It's
Oh,
only if
okay.
you get hit.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I thought you got hit.
Also, we forgot on Kirill's turn to see if he saved against Moonbeam.
Yes,
Oh.
Because
that's
it's at
true.
the start. We forgot to do that.
Okay. Well, we can do that when we come back around because we're
Okay.
too far into it now.
Okay. So I'm going to keep Moonbeam up, and then I'm going to go ahead and cast Magic Missile through my wand. And I'm going to go ahead and because, this is a dire situation, I'm going to cast it at the 5th level so I can save at least one,
Okay, so you're doing Moonbeam. Let's do one at a time. With
So
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam is already held. It's concentration.
So does it automatically
Because
hit?
the damage happens on his. damage happens
His
on
turn.
Kirill's turn.
On Kirill's
Right,
turn.
so-
Okay.
Yeah,
It
that's
should-
why I was saying that it should.
So you
know,
could, because it's his turn, you could just do it now.
Yeah. you
Yeah.
could just-
I mean, we could do that if you just want to see if he takes damage, right?
yeah, but it's also to see if he reverts to
And it
human.
was a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw 13. Otherwise, he takes half damage if he fails.
You got a
Or
14.
succeeds. Okay, so his damage would be. What is it? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Half of 13.
Okay.
Okay, so now my turn. I'm going to do Magic Missile at 5th level. Not 6th level, so I have 2 charges left on the wand. It is fully restored. Every morning, get stuff back. Cast. And that is 1d4. Sorry, 5d4, right? Because it's at 5th level.
I
Yeah.
believe that's how that one works.
Yeah.
And who are you hitting?
Kirill.
Okay.
1, 4, 7, 5. Yeah. 10,
Yeah, so it'd be
11, 12,
Um,
13.
essentially 5d4 plus
17.
5.
Okay, so then that's one more. 15 points of damage.
Okay. Man. He's still standing. Okay, so it is now the first werewolf's turn that is on Kinsley. It is going to continue to bite at her and claw away. Let's see if it gets a bite attack on her. Rolled a 1 on its bite. Totally misses. The claw gets a 14.
Nope.
Okay. The second, there's also a regular wolf on you, so it is going to attack you with its bite. Yeah, bite attack. 15 doesn't hit.
Nope.
So now we're going to go to the werewolf that is attacking me. And it's going to make a bite. Ooh. That's a 23 to hit. Me, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 10.
Me fails.
No.
Me suddenly, you do not feel good where you were just bitten, and you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Me starts
It's also going to-
laughing.
It's also going to swipe you with its claws. 6 does not hit, I assume.
No.
Okay. The fourth wolf, or the wolf that is on Spit, is going to attack him. He's gonna swing. That does not hit. Yes. imra'lyr, it is now your turn.
I'm still right up in his grill,
Okay.
taking my 2 shots.
Wow, Caleb!
Wow, SpongeBob, how are you?
Okay. 24 to hit.
That hits.
Am I still getting crits? Since I'm
Yeah, he's restrained and you're right up on him, so.
so 15
15 damage total.
for the first hit.
Okay. You see, as this is going on, Kirill kind of turns and looks over at Kinsley, and he's like,
Never thought I'd see another one of you freaks here.
21 to hit,
that hits. Do your damage.
plus planar warrior.
Kinsley sneers at him. Look of anger crosses her features.
25 points.
You see, just as he finishes his last sentence, imra'lyr's bullet pierces through the side of his brain. All of a sudden, his jaw goes slack. You see that he transforms back into his human form. He's got shaggy, dark hair, shaggy beard, huge muscles, torn shirt. One of his ears is missing, and he drops to the ground. Suddenly, all the werewolves stop, and they just look over.
I take my rifle and I point at the next one. And my eyes glazed over.
Okay. So at this point, Francisco, it is your turn. You see that the wolves themselves are still attacking.
The wolves?
Not
the
the
regular
werewolves.
wolves are still
Okay.
attacking. The werewolves have kind of just stopped and watched.
I look at the guy I've been stabbing, like, so, do you want to end up like that guy? If not, I would call off the wolves. Or I will keep stabbing.
The wolves don't answer to us. They
Well,
won't
then
stop.
Then I will stab them. And I go to the one attacking Spit and I attack it.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
That is a 20 to hit.
That hits, and no matter what you do, it only had 1 damage left. So,
Cool.
that one is dead.
Where's the other one?
There's one attacking Kinsley, and then there are 2 attacking imra'lyr.
I'm going to attack one of the ones attacking imra'lyr.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And I'm going to make this a sweeping attack so I can hit the one next to her as well. So that's going to be the first one that I originally hit is takes 8 damage, and the other one takes it takes 5.
Okay. You swing through and you slash off one of the paws of the first one, and you slice on through towards the other. At this point, it's a werewolf's turn, but the werewolf just kind of stopped. Not really looking to fight anymore. So it stays there, and Spit turns and rushes over to imra'lyr to help as well.
Don't hurt her! No! No!
Starts swinging at the first one. What does he get? +6 to hit. Misses the first. Swings again. Misses the second.
Ooh.
Spit is emotional.
Don't hurt my mommy!
It is now
As soon as he says that, Imra snaps out of it.
Maternal instincts all around.
No, she's that shocked.
these 2 wolves. It is now their turn. They're going to continue to attack imra'lyr. Gets 12. Does that hit? 12?
No.
Okay, second one misses as well. It pops back up to Kinsley, and there's still a wolf on you, Kinsley.
There is a wolf. How? Just the one?
Just one.
How is everyone looking health-wise? Like,
I mean, if we're just fighting these wolves, I'm fine.
I'm
I'm
fine.
fine.
okay.
Don't worry about
Then
healing.
I'm going
Just
to...
murder.
Bad, oh bad, oh bad. I'm going to... bad. I'll just go ahead and guiding bolt this wolf.
Okay.
That's another freaking natural 20.
What
Nice.
is this? May Saloon
number
smile
5.
upon you.
Crazy.
And this is just from my basic purple dice.
Sometimes
All
the
right.
Sure you didn't
basics
weight it?
treat you right. You
No,
can
I
test them with
didn't.
salt and
this
water.
Is a gift.
You can
Really?
test them with salt and water. Yeah.
Okay,
if
so
they're
this is...
uneven.
we agreed to... that I get to double my damage
Uh,
with spells.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I think it's cool. Spells can crit.
That's they should be able to. Like, why would you not?
Yeah.
That's
I
24
don't know.
damage to the wolfie.
Like,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so
I'm
obliteration.
still like her face is still in a sneer, and the wolf just goes into radiant light,
Yep, just
and I'm
completely-
staring at the werewolves. I'm staring at the werewolves doing this.
Me, it is now your turn.
So all the wolves are dead and it's just werewolves?
No, there
No.
are 2 wolves that are attacking imra'lyr. They're the only ones
Okay.
left. The rest are werewolves.
I
I'm
will-
going to say at this point, me, you are starting to feel very hot. You are not feeling good.
I look at the werewolf who bit me and I kind of give him a weary smile and then I try to make Moonbeam go towards one of the other wolves.
Okay. So which
then
wolf?
Cons-
There's
the one that looks more hurt next to imra'lyr.
okay, and it's got to make a con save.
Con save of 13. This wasn't how I expected it to happen.
Made a
The
17.
conversation of
17.
my plan.
Hey, I didn't plan
it
for it to
works.
happen this way either. I didn't plan for any of that to happen.
Yeah, I honestly, in that conversation, I thought he already picked up that we were the adventurers because the way I worded it. So I thought through common sense and intuition that he would figure it out, but he didn't.
Well,
So when he made the pass of like, you guys wouldn't have any idea, I was like, wait, I thought I just mentioned that we were. And I'm like, but we're not from around. I thought you would know that.
Yeah, it's
they're not very smart sometimes.
Well, he
best
passed
not to
his con
outwardly-
save.
Yeah.
He passed his con save.
Yeah. So that my action is to move it. I believe it's not a bonus action, right? I don't think it is.
Well, but he still gets damage from it, doesn't he?
Oh,
Or
that's right,
on
yeah.
his turn. Or is that's on his
No,
turn?
no,
Well, I think
when
it's
you
at-
cast it too. When you cast it too, yeah. So it's
when you enter the moonbeam, and then every time you stay
Oh.
in.
9.
that's how most of these spells work. Is
Yeah.
Once you enter, and then if you start your turn in it.
Where was it?
Some are end.
Yeah. So it's
It's nice at
9
the
plus
start.
9 is 18, so half of 18.
Okay, so
Nine.
this
9.
one fries. There's only one left.
wolfie.
And it's 2 werewolves' turns. They're just gonna stand there. imra'lyr, it is your turn.
I take my rifle and my offhand, and I pull out my sword and I
'Kay.
attack.
Very
15 to
interesting
hit,
things are happening.
That hits.
and that is a 6. Oh, 6. 9 points of damage for my first attack.
And you cut down this last wolf.
Cool.
Suddenly, you guys are standing there with 3 werewolves just kind of staring. Not really sure.
We came for information and assistance. You are free to go if you answer. But if you choose to ignore our kind request, you will end up like your leader.
Go and make a what's that?
Intimidation.
Intimidation. Yes,
And
intimidation.
I also
can
have
my
my
poof,
glaive
like-
out.
Can my radiant poof give her advantage on that?
Your radiant poof. What do you
Of
mean?
how she just obliterated.
Oh yeah,
the
the whole battle. Since you guys, go ahead and do it with advantage because it's a little frightening.
That's one of my
18
future
for intimidation.
problems
Okay.
taken care of.
You see that one of these werewolves steps forward.
Well, it would seem that Strahd has picked some very feisty toys this time around.
And you see that the 3 werewolves shapeshift back into their human forms. You see they are all, two of them are men, one is a woman, and they all wear very dirty clothes, very torn up clothes, no shoes. The girl wears essentially what would be like a little skirt dress thing, but it like it's helps with free movement. And the men essentially just wear pants, cut off at the knees. They look like they're either really old clothes from like other people, or they made them themselves out of like sacks or skins or whatever. And they're like, what do you want?
My friend is looking for someone. One who looks like her. Two, in fact. One of them is like you, and the other one is in a prison cell. Do you have any information on either of them?
Walk with me. You see, he turns, and the other two follow behind him.
I take Spit's hand and I squeeze it.
He squeezes it back.
Fenris is going to be really, really surprised.
You guys follow after them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try.
After I insight him, make sure that they're not going to try to lead us into a trap.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to
Which
do
is
that
going
too.
to be
also.
a 26. Because I rolled a natural 18.
Didn't need to roll.
Well, you can tell Kinsley, one, you have killed their leader, and in a culture,
Does that make me their leader?
in a culture that prides themselves on strength and respects strength, they are in awe at the moment. They are a very wild group, and werewolves tend to be more on the evil side, but at the same time, they respect strength. And their strongest has been cut down. Okay. So you can kind of tell that they probably feel that any attack with just 3 of them at the moment would be very foolish. But he and the others start leading you towards the west. They don't say anything, they walk in silence. Eventually, they cut down back towards the wood. They continue to walk and follow it, and then cut back north.
As they're leading us, I want to be keeping careful attention of the way we are going.
Okay.
So that I can backtrack.
I also would have memory of which way we're going.
Yeah. So I excuse the fact that I said north. I just popped open the map. So they are continuing to lead you west. Eventually, they lead you south a little bit, and you come to the northern side of Lake Baratok. They continue to walk, and eventually you see coming out from in between a couple of trees, you see the mouth of a cave. This cave, let me pop this open real quick. Eventually, you see above the tree line, carved into the side of a Rocky Mountain spur, is a wide, torch-lit cave that looks like the gaping maw of a great wolf. They start leading you towards this gaping maw. You guys eventually get to the entrance, and you go inside. You walk probably 20 feet inside and see that there are torches lining. You see that the open jaws of the wolf's head form a 15-foot high canopy of rock over the cave mouth, held up by natural pillars of rock. The ceiling rises to a height of 20 feet inside the cave. Torches and iron brackets line the walls. From somewhere deep inside, you hear the echoing sounds of a flute. Some of the notes are discordant, painfully so. You continue forward and see that the cave splits to the left and the right. Standing on a 5-foot-high ledge between the divide are two feral-looking women, wearing shredded clothing and clutching spears. As you enter, the wolves in front of you, in their human form, wave, and the women lower their spears. You continue further in, and eventually you see in front of you a 5-foot-high stone ledge overlooking a large cave, which has a smoldering campfire at the far west end. The floor is covered with gnawed bones. You see, inside, there are 9 wolves and a werewolf in human form sitting there. The 2 women that were guarding the front begin to walk inside behind. You are looking for someone who looks like you. He turns to Kinsley.
I nod.
You come with me. And he takes Kinsley and takes her deeper into the cave. Let me see something real quick. You see, he takes you through these caverns. There are some stone steps leading up, and some leading down into others. Eventually, you curve around, and he takes you into he takes you into a larger cavern, kind of on the eastern side of the cave. You see that rough-hewn stairs lead to a torchlit cave, and a bizarre sight. Wide-eyed children stand behind wooden bars and stare at you in terrified silence. The cave holds 6 wooden cages, their lids held shut with heavy rocks. 2 of the cages are empty, and each of the others holds a pair of frightened children. A crude wooden statue stands between the cages. It bears the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman, draped in garlands of vines and night flowers. Piled around the statue's base is an incredible amount of treasure. A woman in shredded clothes kneels before the statue. A woman with light white hair and doe-like fur, kneeling and praying before the statue. The wolf that led you there points and turns to leave.
I'm gonna just kind of stand there, staring at her for a moment. And I grip my holy symbol of Saloon and say a quick prayer.
As you do, you feel a sense of calm come over you.
Excuse me?
You see an ear perks up, kind of turns in your direction. The head lifts, and you watch as a cascade of white hair flows over a very dainty shoulder. She turns, you see a profile of a long face. Not too long, very doe-ish. She turns and looks at you, yellow eyes. Can I help you?
I hope so.
See a tear begins to form on her face as she sniffs. It can't be.
What do you mean? Who are you?
Verena? You see she comes over and she looks at you. Who are you?
Kinsley?
I do not know a Kinsley, but you smell an awful lot like my child that I lost. Where are you from?
Not here. I was found, in a forest near Neverwinter. At least a village near there. Don't think you'd know where that is. It's far away.
I know just where that is. You are she. You are the one I lost. I would know that the moon goddess would bring you. I did not want to believe, but here you are. I think I am your mother.
What?
You are mine.
What happened?
So much. Sit down. You see she reaches for your hand.
I let her take it.
She leads you over to the statue. And she sits. There are little comfortable pillows set there. They look dirty. They look old. They look torn up. A very long time ago, my husband and I, we were a part of an adventuring party. We adventured through Neverwinter. Eventually, my husband and I were blessed with 2 beautiful children. One night, our party was in the woods, camping, when all of a sudden, a dense fog rolled in. Everyone was worried. It was strange, as if by magic. And then we heard howling. We were scared. We figured we better get back to the road and make it back to Neverwinter, so we gathered our things and ran. But the road never came. Eventually we stopped. Everyone in the party knew we had to make a stand. They were just wolves. We could handle wolves. So as everyone prepared to fight, my husband Emil and I, we took our children and we placed them into 2 different trees, into stumps and the holes. We kissed them and we knew we would return when we dealt with the danger. As the wolves came, they attacked, and they came, and they came, and they would not stop. There was more than we can handle. We knew we had to run. So we went back for our children. We grabbed Venrith, and then we went back for our baby girl, and she was gone. We feared the worst. We figured a wolf
we did not have time to look, so we ran. We ran for what felt like days. Eventually, the wolves stopped chasing us and the fog cleared, and we were standing in front of a giant gate with 2 giant statues guarding the front. Me and my crew made our way inside and found that we were trapped here. Trapped in Barovia. We have been here a very, very long time. Gods, over 120 years?
Where is your husband and other child?
I can smell that you have met Kirill. I smell him on you. And you've killed him. Is Kirill truly dead?
He attacked us. He didn't give us a choice.
Okay. Good. A little whiles ago, my husband, Emil, he fought against Kirill. He did not like the direction that Kirill was taking our pack. Let me back up. When we came to Barovia, no one would accept us. We were different. We looked like beasts, freaks. We were able to survive a long time with our hunting party, but they were made up mostly of beings who did not live very long. Eventually, they all died, and all that was left was me, my husband, and our boy. At that time, we found no one who would take us in. Eventually, Kirill found us. We were in the woods, looking for somewhere to escape. We were surrounded by werewolves. Kirill, seeing our monstrous forms, assumed that we would make good werewolves. He was not wrong. However, he did not account for our gentle nature. We are not as ferocious as others unless we need to be. So he accepted us in and turned us, but eventually lost faith in us. But we are a part of the pack, so there's nothing he could do. Eventually, my husband went against Kirill and tried to fight him for dominance, for he did not like the way that Kirill ran things. Kirill would abduct children, or does abduct children. He takes them and he has them fight. Those who win and survive are turned into werewolves. Emil wanted to rescue orphaned and forgotten children, to bring them here and turn them all, strengthen the pack. But in a way that is not so vicious. Whether Kirill believed in this or not, or thought it was good, it did not matter, for Emil was challenging his authority. One night, Kirill and his most trusted pack leaders took my Emil. They took him, and I don't know where. Eventually, our son left to go find him, and I have not seen him since. Every night since then I have prayed to the goddess of the moon, and she indicates over to the statue, begging
God,
her. Begging her for help.
I think that's why I'm here. You see, I recently found faith in the goddess Selûne, goddess of the moon. She gave me dreams and visions, which ultimately led me here. I had one recently, 2 nights ago, in fact. I was at another firbolg, but trapped in a cell. And she spoke to me, said he could still be saved.
Then not all is lost.
I don't know where he is. Do you have any idea where he may be held?
I think the devil has him. And that's where we're going to end our episode.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
Wow.
Mind
We found
blown.
your mom. And now
It's-
I'm a mom.
It's mom's mom. All the moms in the room.
That's so cute.
Wow. Dang.
I'm just glad things turned out okay, and we at least got a problem solved early.
I was really hoping I'd get that kill shot just going with my rifle. That was...
So, you guys
Maybe it was a good
You-
thing I'm bad at talking.
have found the wolf you were looking for.
The one who's against Strahd. The
You have
ally.
found your ally, and your ally appears to be Kinsley's mom.
What?
All the pieces are falling into place.
Oh my
You
god.
guys
It's
have
coming together.
finally grabbed your first piece of the puzzle for the Toroka cards. This means you've all gained a level. Finally. This is
About
well
dang
done.
time.
7.
Okay, you are all now level 7. Everyone watching at home.
Finally.
I hope you guys enjoyed this session as much as I did. This was a lot of fun. It did not turn out the way I thought it would. I did not expect you guys to have to fight Kirill. So interesting. But I'm glad you did, because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did too. I don't like it.
I'm actually
Like,
really,
there's no reason to keep
I'm
him
actually
around.
really glad we did, because it makes like things I was planning come quicker. So
There you go. All right. Well, everyone watching at home, thank you so much. We appreciate your views. If you like this episode, don't forget to follow us if you haven't already. Also, we do upload all of our videos to YouTube. Just type in Lakeside Legendz. We have all of our Mines of Phandelver campaign on there, plus the rest of our Curse of Strahd. Follow us on YouTube. We have Facebook. We have Twitter. We have lakesidelegends.com, which will lead you to all of this stuff. Yeah. Does anyone else have anything they want to announce this evening?
The stream that I'm guesting on has been postponed to the 28th. So, more update on that. But if you are on TikTok, look up my handle, Lady Aya, LADYEA.lore, LOR. I have a video up that is help me pick a voice for that stream. I've got a little bit of a reel as I'm drawing my character's appearance. Her face will change depending on which voice is voted for, if anyone votes. So yeah, go find it. It will have on the video on my page voices for one shot. And yeah, go vote for a voice. The last one's a joke, but just because it's a joke doesn't mean I can't use it. So also, there's another video talking about us perhaps having guests. So if it is an interest of yours, go find it. It's right before the voices one. Comment and let me know. The DM and I are still working out the details and the kinks and putting out our feelers, but so far it sounds like it may be something that we are going to be pursuing. So we'll update information on how that goes on my TikTok and then eventually on our social media. And then also if it's an actual green light. So far it sounds like it's going to be a go. But go find that TikTok on my page. Follow me, because more stuff like that will pop up throughout our thing. So that's what I've got.
All right. Anyone else? No. All right. Well, thank you again, everyone, for watching. We appreciate it. We love you so much. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time down by the lakeside. See ya.